go back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from lab.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Behind, 20. Get that quarterback.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. And up to the 35 before the Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Play fake, Cousins. Flush to his right, and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
So don't say nothing. Good routes here.
Throwing, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. This is the tight end, Fant. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa. Indianapolis at the Combine, and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Flacco from midfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's Lindsey looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Push him back. Push him back. Check it back.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. To the air again, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
First throw now for the backup lock. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Sliding out of the pocket. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Go! Christian, travel.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Denver.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. 54. Yeah. You don't want none.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 39, Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They start the drive with Cook. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's locked. Screen pass to Lindsey. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Open man, here is Hamilton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Locke now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Denver.
Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get ready. Come.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Well, Sanders has got it complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Locke looks to throw it again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. The 20. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Cousins to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Locke. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, what's the block?
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Locke going to throw. And he he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I know as a defensive back, I was taught to play it the way that we just saw. Use the back line as an extra defender and make sure they throw it over your head and not in front of you. In front of you means it's a touchdown. Over your head, you've got a much better chance.
Going to give it to Love. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Able to shake him, and the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins flush to his right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as our guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll throw again. Cousins. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Right there. 54. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
At the 27.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. It's caught by Sanders. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Big grip.
Lock now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lock again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Cousins now from the 50. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day.
To throw is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 7. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke, he's got this complete to Hamilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Now he'll escape to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eric Kendricks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Locke to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota.